Do you ever marvel at the little things that make life possible? A light switch, a smartphone, modern medicine. All these innovations were critical to our progress, but none sparked our development more than one simple thing: fire. But when and how did humans discover fire? What impact did it have on our ancestors? And what does this discovery teach us about ourselves? Join us today as we uncover the fascinating story of humanity's first turning point, the discovery of fire. You are watching this channel. Hit the subscribe button now to join our growing community. Imagine a world of complete darkness. No warmth, no cooked food, no protection from wild beasts. And then, one spark changed everything. The discovery of fire was not just survival. It was the birth of civilization. Our journey begins 1 to 1.5 million years ago. Our ancestors, Homo erectus, had just begun using stone tools and venturing out of Africa. Life was still brutal. They lived under a dark sky full of dangerous predators and a harsh environment. But something incredible happened. Homo erectus learned to control fire. Now, let me interrupt the story for a moment to tell you about our friend, who's been busy lately creating awesome visuals for our videos. He needs your help. Visit the link in the description to show your support and get cool rewards like custom artwork. Back to the story. At first, archaeologists thought the earliest evidence of fire came from 1.5 million years ago in Africa, but recent discoveries have pushed back the timeline. In 2012, scientists found traces of ancient fire in the Wonderwork Cave in South Africa, suggesting that early humans may have mastered fire control as far back as 1.7 million years ago. This means our ancestors may have tamed fire before they invented stone tools. Archaeologists have uncovered several signs of fire at the Wonderwork Cave. These include burnt animal bones, charred wood, stones that were heated to high temperatures, and a layer of ash between 1.7 and 1.5 million years old. These findings suggest that our ancestors used fire for warmth, cooking, and protection. The archaeological record shows that humans spread across the globe, bringing fire with them. They established camps in diverse environments, from open grasslands to forested hillsides to coastal areas. They left behind remnants of their hearths, helping us track the movement of early humans and shedding light on how they adapted to different landscapes. One of the most remarkable aspects of fire is how it shaped our brains. Anthropologist Richard Wrangham argues in his book Catching Fire that cooking may have been the real reason why human brains became so advanced. Let me explain. As hunter-gatherers, our ancestors faced a dilemma. Meat was a great source of nutrition, but it took a lot of energy to hunt, so our ancestors started scavenging. But this was risky as meat would often go bad. Then fire came along. With fire, our ancestors could cook meat, making it safer and easier to digest. This freed up energy that could be used for other things, like growing a bigger brain. Cooking also opened up new foods. Vegetables, fruits and nuts could now be roasted, making them taste better and more nutritious. This variety of food sources ensured our ancestors got all the vitamins and minerals they needed. So thanks to fire, our brains could grow bigger and smarter. More food meant more energy, leading to the development of advanced thinking. And it didn't stop there. Cooking led to new social patterns. Imagine this. It's a chilly evening around 1.5 million years ago. Our ancestors had built a fire. They're sitting close to it, sharing stories and learning from each other. This cozy scene wasn't just about warmth, it was where our species evolved. As the sun set, the shadows grew longer and life became uncertain. People huddled around the fire, and in the flickering light, they shared stories of hunts and dangers, teaching younger members about the world around them. This storytelling tradition continued throughout history. Around every campfire, stories were exchanged, traditions were passed down, and knowledge was shared. This cultural evolution wouldn't have been possible without fire. Fire also changed how humans lived before its arrival. People probably hid during the day to avoid predators and harsh weather. But with fire, nights became less scary. They could cook food, stay warm, and scare away wild animals. This meant they could use land more effectively, even in places with cold winters and lots of predators. Some researchers believe that fire helped humans move into larger spaces, which in turn led to more social interactions. This created a positive feedback loop. More people meant more ideas and more knowledge. Some scholars like Stephen Mithen argued that the discovery of fire played a crucial role in language development. They suggest that the unique social dynamics around the fire, like closer proximity and increased eye contact, encouraged the use of gestures and sounds to communicate more effectively. Over time, these signals evolved into complex language structures. To understand the extent of fire's impact, consider how many parts of our daily lives it touches. It's estimated that 90% of the world's food is cooked. That's because cooking makes food safer, more enjoyable, and easier to digest. It's hard to imagine our modern world without this. Even our electric and gas stoves are descendants of those ancient fires. The importance of fire doesn't end there. It's a key part of many religious and cultural ceremonies. Think of bonfire night or the Olympic torch. In nature, fire helps clear forests, allowing new plants and animals to thrive. It also helps release important nutrients into the soil. But the biggest impact of fire came when humans learned to use it constantly. humans began to notice that fire could be a valuable asset. They realized they could use it not only for immediate needs, but also for tasks that required steady heat. This understanding was a giant leap, much like Thomas Edison's decision to build a permanent laboratory for his experiments. Both represented a shift from using resources opportunistically to harnessing them purposefully. The next step was storing fire. Humans learned to keep embers glowing overnight and reignite them the next day. This breakthrough, likely driven by the practical need for consistent warmth and cooking, marked a significant milestone in our evolution. It signified a move from nomadic foraging to a more settled lifestyle. This was akin to inventing a battery, a technology that would later power countless devices and transform our world. This transition wasn't easy. It took experimentation and problem solving, just as building a battery requires testing materials and circuits. But humans persisted. They figured out how to create and maintain fire using materials like bamboo and steel. This marked the beginning of human progress. Humans learned to save precious heat from dying embers, nurturing them with leaves and ash. They kept fire alive for future use, ensuring they always had a reliable source of warmth and light. This foresight was akin to discovering a well, a technology that would later irrigate crops and sustain civilizations. By mastering fire, humans transformed their relationship with the natural world. They went from being just survivors to active shapers of their environment. They also changed how they interacted with each other. Instead of just gathering in caves for protection, humans formed tight-knit communities around fires. Here they shared stories, developed languages, and forged bonds that led to larger social groups. And as these groups grew, so did human ingenuity. The ability to keep a constant fire not only improved the quality of life, it spurred innovation. This period laid the groundwork for future breakthroughs like metallurgy, pottery, and agriculture. It was the start of civilization. In essence, fire was humanity's first turning point. It bridged the gap between living like animals and establishing civilization. It's a testament to human curiosity and adaptability. After all, our journey started with a single spark. It may seem simple, but that spark ignited countless advancements. It drove our brain development, shaped our social structures, and paved the way for civilization. As we look back, we realize that our story began around a fire. It's a reminder that big changes can come from small beginnings. So the next time you see a bonfire, remember it's not just a source of warmth or light. It's a link to our past, a symbol of our journey, and an inspiration for our future. What's the most valuable skill you've learned that changed your life? Share your thoughts below. We'd love to hear your story. And if you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to hit the like button and share it with a friend. Your support motivates us to keep creating. Thanks for joining us today. If you want to learn more about our incredible journey, check out the links below. We'll see you again soon with another exciting story from human history. Until then, stay curious and keep asking questions. Who knows, you might just spark the next big idea.